Well, listen, this is it, people. This is our last session of Chapter 2. We're going to wrap Chapter 2 of Blood in the Six here tonight. I don't know that we'll get all the answers we're looking for, but we're going to try to get some. Sponsor, Canadian Dice. I might be hanging out all day tomorrow with Ryan from Canadian Dice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just
Sounds like a good day.
Any
Just
old
saying.
fashions planned?
Isn't
Maybe.
it your birthday,
It
DM?
is my birthday. Tomorrow
Really?
I'll be 21. So
Amazing. Amazing. Happy birthday.
How many anniversaries of 21 is this?
I can't count. Maybe 21 of 21.
21 of 21.
I don't know.
21 to the power of 2.
I'm not 50. That's the important thing. I'm not 50. So listen,
better or for worse.
Canadian Dice, go over and check out the site there, the shop. Lots of dice for sale. Lots of other things for sale. Dice bags. All sorts of gaming paraphernalia. And if you punch in the code at the end, OMRD for Old Men Rolling Dice, you will get a 15% off your entire order.
What code was that again, Jer?
Oh. I should YMCA it. Oh. M.
Yes.
How do you do R?
Why?
Like we're gonna have to help you. I think I'm in the wrong place to help you.
RD. I'm not a contortionist, so you get what you get, people. And then, of course, our last warning that we do before every game. This is a horror RPG. Things that you may find uncomfortable or scary or triggering may occur. So if that happens, just turn the stream off for a bit, come back later. If you're watching this on YouTube, put it in your saved and come back. Or if it's just too much, come check us out another time. We play D&D on this channel too on Sunday nights if that's more your thing. Specifically, there's some like body horror that went on last. Would it be body horror? Tony has some issues. Tony's the one that'll freak you out if you get freaked out. Really, this game has been more comedy than horror, right?
Yes.
Yeah. When a man was executed in the street, this group was more worried about the bloodstains on their Camry.
Look, it's a very reliable car. Listen,
I don't think it was
it's
the
called
group.
empathy, for the love of God.
It's a very reliable and nice car.
It's a very reliable vehicle.
Okay, listen, I'm going to roll the trailer now, and when we come back, we're going to try to focus and play Vampire. I cannot make any promises. See you in a second. Here we go. Shh, be serious. We're back. We're gonna start at the apartment of Dr. Louis Pitt, psychiatrist, and
All around terrible dirtbag.
doctor / teacher at the University of Toronto. Tony, you're with him. How's Tony's hunger right now?
That is a great question. Do I have to answer?
No, but it's a new night, so let's make a rouse check.
Oh,
Oh, crap.
We'll just do Tony for now. Everybody else can just hold a moment.
Well, I succeeded, sir.
yay.
So you don't get hungrier. That's good.
But I'm already at 4.
Oh, you're already at 4?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So Louis, Louis's got one of his masks on.
Oh.
This one looks something akin to a skull with wolf-like ears. He's walking around the house with that mask on, sort of a white tank top, and a pair of underboxers and leather slippers. And he's owning it.
It's a look.
It's a look.
Antiquated down to his underwear.
Yes. You look starved, Tony. Underfed, malnourished.
You have no idea.
So, what were you going to tell me? I thought you were going to bring your friends.
For dinner.
I decided it was in their best interest not to come.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you recovered from the incident at that horrible garage?
Not so much, but I managed to patch myself up well enough.
Did you notice it didn't even make the news?
Well, of course not.
They're doing a very good job, aren't they?
Of course they're going to cover their tracks.
Who do you think did that?
You and I both know who did that.
Who covered it up? Who do you think covered it up?
Well, we both know who was there and who made the hit.
The shooters. Yes. The Inquisition.
Mm-hmm.
Monty Python had it right when they said no one expects them.
I'm surprised you even know who Monty Python is.
My child! Comedic geniuses. To the very last.
You know how to laugh.
I laugh
when
all
it's
the
not
time.
At the expense of someone else.
Well, no, maybe not, but... So, you think it's the Inquisition that covers themselves up?
Someone within.
What if it's
We
not?
did manage to get a shot of somebody's face.
Do you remember those vampires I told you about? The Camarilla? What if I told you they...
They're about a stone's throw away.
What if I told you they covered it up? What if I told
How
you
could they be covering it up? They're the ones who had the break in the first place.
Yes, but they don't want... You see, if the Inquisition is real, then we're real. The Inquisition doesn't necessarily have to cover their own trails. We do it for them.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Well, it makes perfect sense. If the Inquisition is real, then what they hunt is real. So whether we want to admit it or not, they have to keep us a secret, and we have to keep them a secret.
Do we?
We do. The Inquisition doesn't have the strength to silence media that way. Think about it. Think how quickly the Masquerade break went away.
There's reports of the fire, though.
Well, of course, you can't hide everything. I mean, every little neighbor and child and granny and do-gooder in the area would certainly talk about the fire. I mean, the city's terrified with all the fires going on.
Yes.
Our dear Baroness has got to put an end to it.
You know, you could get off your ass and stop just lavishing in your luxurious life and put some end to things yourself instead of being a selfish little brat. For being as old as you are and as strong as you are, you could have a purpose instead of just
That's not
praying.
my way. I could get burned.
Oh, heaven forbid you put yourself in harm's way. Pretty little Louis stays up here in his little palace playing with his dolls.
Don't think I don't appreciate you calling me pretty.
I made something of myself, even though you took my actual life away from me and gave me eternal.
Yes.
I actually have purpose. I actually
Do
fight
you?
for something.
What is your cause exactly? What do you crusade against, Antoinette?
To help the people that you hinder.
Who do I hinder? Do you remember that boy Ethan? Came by last time?
Yes.
I didn't hinder him. I've pushed him forward.
Have you?
I've made him be very successful.
How is that?
He's got great grades. He'll likely go on to a firm practice of his own. If he can keep it together. He is a little bipolar.
Is that what it is that attracts you?
That attracts me.
Is it the bipolar, or is it the
No.
split personality?
Oh, stop it.
What is it? What is it, Louis? What is it that attracts you? What is it about the women that you pick?
Ethan's a man.
You don't seem to
And
have
that
a care
gymnast
which
we
way.
had last week, that was a man. I mean, it's not just women.
You don't seem to care, man, woman, non-binary.
Okay.
What is it about the prey that you pick?
Oh.
What is it that you sniff out?
Apparently, it's
Been
people that are
experiencing some
standoffish.
delusions of my own lately.
Would
And
you like to talk about those?
Delilah seemed to have quite some of her own. And despite your lies, she was one of yours. I know she was.
There are others like us in this city.
There is no way she wasn't one of yours. There is no way she was not my sister.
I really wish you wouldn't be so...
Brash. Direct. Unbecoming of a woman.
I like that one, Antoinette. This is why I chose you. You're incredibly entertaining. And you're loyal.
I'm not here to be entertaining
Because
for you, Louis.
for all this complaining, these accusations, the truth is, you and I are like peas in a pod.
I'm nothing like you.
You're more like me than you realize. So tell me, how is your issue?
She's visibly uncomfortable.
Been throwing up? That really is quite something, you know. Did your friends witness it? Does the Baroness know? No, I don't think she does. That's good. That's good. I would expect you're going to make some sort of report or check in with the dear Baroness.
Well, of course. We're on a mission, aren't we?
Yes, yes. And I appreciate that. After all, I think she did in fact call for me, right?
Yes, but like I said, you're too busy playing with your dolls to do anything that isn't for yourself.
Well... My dolls play back, though, so they're not really dolls.
Do they, though?
You don't think you do?
Once they've been drugged all up?
Oh, drugged up. Honestly. I have something I'd like you to do.
Of course you do.
Of course I do. And he walks over to a desk, opens the drawers. Where did I put that? He pulls out an envelope, comes over and says, I'd like you to give this. When you go to see the Baroness, please give this to her manager at the club there. What is her name? Angel. That's it, Angel. And he hands you the envelope.
And
That's all.
I think I have a right to know what I'm handing.
I don't think you do. And he's going to push his power of his blood bond with you here. And he says, so you don't open it, keep it to yourself, and try to be subtle when you give it to Angel.
She snarls at him. Shows her fangs a little.
He likes that. You're feisty. You're also hungry. I could call for something. We could order in.
Could just feed off of you.
You wouldn't like me. Too cynical. Too cowardly, right?
You have no idea how badly I'd love to drink you dry.
But you can't. Can you? You can't even raise an arm to me. You can't hurt the one you're bloodbound to. That's why we do this. For my safety, and yours, of course. I will be having a guest over in 2 nights. And you will be here to meet them with me.
Will I?
Yes, you will. And be well behaved.
What is the purpose of this meeting?
I'm looking to help secure your future.
My future.
Yes.
She's actually going to walk up close to him for the first time in a long time.
Okay.
She's going to grab him by the front of his wife beater.
Careful.
And get right up close to his neck.
I iron this.
She's going to pull him up really close to by his neck, close to her. And get like right up in the crook of his neck and start whispering in his ear. Is it the Oedipus complex? Or is it that you want a daughter? I've always wondered. Is it sexual?
Do you want
it
it to
a
be?
Family bond? What do you want, Louis? What is it? What is it about me? Why can't you let me go? And she's going to slide her hand down the side of his body.
He's grinning beneath his mask, from what you can see. There was a time I was like you. And although you don't want to believe that, I admire where you are in your career. And friend, daughter, lover. I can be anything you want me to be.
He's going to hiss in his ear. Lightly scratch him on the neck as she pulls back and pushes him away.
He takes his mask off and he has a very different look on his face. You've maybe never seen it on Louis before. You think it's sincerity. 2 nights. Please make sure Angela gets that.
course, sir.
And try and find something to eat safely.
Always.
Okay. Let's jump over to Gray. Gray,
Yes.
you have a text message when you wake up this morning. Well, this evening. From Angela at the club. Would really like to meet you to discuss the groceries? ?
Peaches, peaches, peaches.
Right.
Maybe
Heart emoji.
maybe you could bring our acquaintances? And we can
I'll
all discuss dinner plans together.
How soon are you free? I have all night.
Now.
Peaches, peaches, peaches. Now.
I can see you now or anytime this evening.
I'll make sure we get there.
Very good.
And then I'll shoot text messages to my pals saying, we need to go to Peaches. Well, I'll say, we need to meet up tonight.
Grocery
Gotta
run.
talk. A grocery run. Very urgent.
Speaking of
out
groceries,
of cereal.
Gray, can you give me a rouse check?
Sure.
A little hungrier tonight.
Yeah.
Not out of control, but hungrier. So everyone gets a text message that Gray says you need to meet tonight.
I think we're out of cereal. The kids are chomping at the bit.
What are the responses? What are the responses?
I will bring some frosted flakes right away, Gray.
Whatever you say, bestie, I'll bring my wallet.
Okay.
Smiley face emoji, kissy face emoji.
All right.
What time of year is it? Would you say it's this time of year?
It's the end of summer. It's
End of
really
summer.
like the trees are barely starting to turn. But the nights are cooler. Like the winds off the lake are cool.
The two ladies with the bunny suit dancing emoji.
I'll do like, maybe we can find a store that has an early shipment of Count Chocula, winky face.
Oh my god!
On brand.
We need
Also,
we're starting to need notes to decipher these.
Sorry, not sorry.
Count Chocula is great on ice cream if you've never had it. By
Oh
the
my
way,
God. Count Chocula also makes really good Rice Krispie treats.
There you go.
yeah, that'd be
There you
great.
go.
Amazing.
That'd be great.
I think we've all learned something important tonight.
I have.
The more you know.
So, Gray, you finish, making arrangements to meet with everyone. You know that there's a few people already here at the Church of Means. One of your higher ups are conducting a beginners class, trying to bring in some new recruits. But there's a good number of people moving around. There's a knock at the door, your office door.
Oh. I will open it.
It is one of your herd, Leanne.
I was gonna grab you, actually.
That's good. I was coming to talk to you because I have some
Great.
questions.
Well, come on in.
Okay. She very quickly comes in. So Ronald
Yes.
apparently had communion, and I'm not questioning your choices, but I thought there was sort of a hierarchy to that, and he seems to have skipped a number of important steps.
Yes. So there is a hierarchy. He did skip some steps. He signed up for the advanced classes, which is great. But here's the thing.
Where does a kid from Happy Burger get the money to sign up for advanced classes?
Well, he has a very generous mother who really wants him to succeed. And honestly, I think we could get him into like franchise owner positions. So
There's also been
he's got some work to do, but we can do it.
And what about these strangers that keep coming here, and the police, no less?
Strangers.
I don't
What
know.
strangers?
There's the big flannel guy, and
Oh, that's just Jacques.
well, who's Jacques? And how does
Just
he?
a friend of mine.
Where does he sit on our sort of?
Sadly, I've yet to convince either of them to join the church, but I'm working on it.
Because
They're not members.
You seem to spend a lot of time with them, and then the police came around.
Yes. Well, the police came because there's been some. Have you heard about all the things
The
happening?
fires, I know.
Yeah, and a woman at the building around the street, around the corner, was murdered.
Are you being serious?
I'm being serious. So the police have been kind of looking out for us, and I've been trying to let them know when we've been seeing those trucks around, because apparently they're connected.
Because some of the people that I've been selling pamphlets to have some concerns with our place because they saw the police here a couple times.
Really?
Yeah, they were like, what kind
But
of...
we're friends with the police.
Well, they don't understand why the police keep showing up at our church.
Because we're a community organization. We're a valuable place for them to get information. That's all.
That's a good line. I'll try giving that to them.
There you go. I did want to talk to you about something because it does have to do with Ronald.
Oh, God. What?
Well, I needed him to kind of jump ahead in his training a little bit because I've been thinking I really need kind of a right hand here. Like, we are growing slowly.
Her eyes get
and
big. She's like, you're going to elevate Ronald to be like some sort of sergeant or
No.
lieutenant around here?
Calm down. I'm not elevating Ronald. I needed to elevate Ronald to his current position so that someone else can move up.
Oh,
Do you get what I'm saying?
yes.
This is why I needed to
think
talk
so.
to you. I know you're very ambitious.
Thank you.
And you're very good.
She smiles as if she knew that.
And I'm thinking you might be, because you have
Yes, I'll do it.
reached the highest levels. Really? You sure?
You're asking me to step
There
up?
would be some additional responsibilities.
Like communion? Would I need
Yeah.
to give out communion?
I think you probably would. But I'd have to teach you how to do that first. And that's a whole other bag of worms.
You can see the gears inside her head turning.
There's a
Okay.
bit of a ceremonial thing that would need to happen first. Kind of a ritual, but that's a bit antiquated, really, if you think about it. It's just a formality. Is that something you would be interested in?
Do I get a bigger piece of the pie?
Yes.
Then I'm in.
And a heck of a lot more information.
All right.
You're sure? Because this is a big commitment. This is a bigger commitment than any of the other stuff we've done. And I just want to make sure you know what you're getting into.
Give me an insight. Let's see here. Let's do insight resolve. Yeah, she says she again confirms that yes, she's all in, and you can see that she is more than eager. I don't want to say it unsettles you, but it gives you a short cause for concern.
Okay.
Like she's ambitious, and you can see sort of a hunger in her that she's maybe so ambitious she may not care who she fucks over to get it.
She doesn't need to fuck anyone over because she already has it. It's fine, right?
I don't know. That's your call.
Right. What's on the reverse of my sheet again? Hold on.
Yeah, you might want to check that this week before you shove any old men in front of bullets.
I mean, I don't think she's innocent at this point. And she's definitely a rich I've been robbing from, but now she has a little more information. Do I remember the process of like what I went through? Was I given information first, or was I embraced first and then given information?
No, you sort of rose through the ranks, and then I mean, this is up to you whether you were made a ghoul first and essentially a ghoul internship sort of thing within the Church of Means and then turned to a vampire, or whether you were just immediately embraced. You were probably not given the information though till after you were embraced, because at that point there's leverage on you.
Right. Do I know what this person's job is in real life?
She's in real estate.
Okay. Night showings. She could still do that. I think what maybe makes more sense would be to ghoul her first to get her where she's like dependent. You know what I mean? So that it kind of like changes her expectations a little bit.
Yeah.
So that she's not like thinking she can just have whatever she wants, take over.
Also, on a game mechanic side of things, a ghoul that feeds from you is blood bonded to you and very loyal.
We all know how that helps.
Yeah. How long would it take to do that?
You would need an entire scene to ghoul her.
Okay.
But you could arrange for that.
Yeah, I think I'll schedule something with her because I've already said it needs to be very formal. It's a very ceremonial thing.
Okay.
And I will set up an appointment with her.
Okay.
When I think not a lot of people will be bustling about.
Sure.
Just so there's less chance of anyone it's not like I'm
we
gonna
can just say that, in a couple days you've arranged for her to come to the church late in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Jacques? So you've woken up and you get your text. Can you give me a rouse check and we'll see where your hunger's at?
I can. Just 1 second here.
So you're a little hungrier.
Yep.
But not horrible.
Yep.
So you get the text message and, you text back that you're going to get groceries with the group. The house is kind of quiet. The seance was just last night.
Mm-hmm.
Where is Jacques' head at with that, or what is his thoughts on that, or what do you think?
Well, I think he's probably wondering if his dad's still around. So, I guess I'm just gonna I'm gonna spill some salt all over the kitchen counter.
Okay.
Like you do.
Like you do.
And Papa, est-ce que tu es là? Are you there, Dad?
Okay.
If you are, can you just send me a sign? I just want to make sure you're okay after all the weird shit that went down last night.
Okay. So you wait a long few moments, and nothing happens.
Okay. If you can hear this, I hope that you are okay. I'm sorry that you ended up in that situation. And I will call an Uber because I don't have a bike anymore.
Okay.
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 Shoot.
So you're putting that into the phone to get the Uber when the front doorbell rings.
Okay. Are the house lights on or off right now?
I think they're probably off. I'm not sure that Jacques is used to having a house, and probably, I don't think you would have had them turned on or anything. There's no timer.
Okay. I'm gonna stealthily head towards that door to see if I can just get a peek at whoever's outside.
Okay. Why don't you
actually
give me a
opening
stealth dexterity check then?
Yep. Okay, 1 second here. Okay, so stealth.
And dexterity.
Submit. Pool size modifier.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. Difficulty 2.
Yep. Okay. So you make your way up to a window very quietly and take a peek out.
Mm-hmm.
There's a very long black sedan parked in front of your parents' house.
Okay.
And there is a woman standing at the front door with shockingly light hair in the moonlight.
Anybody I notice? Like that I recognize?
You think it's Veronica?
Oh, God. Okay. Is there a raccoon around?
You don't see
The love of your life.
You don't see
Roll around her neck.
You don't see any You don't see any raccoons.
Right. Okay.
There does appear to be a driver in the car, though. You don't think she drove herself.
Okay. It's my Uber. Excellent.
Ew.
Like, yes. Okay. I'm gonna open the door.
Okay. She's standing there. She's not as you've never seen her in anything but her sort of funeral suit. Her pantsuit outfit. Well, you've seen her in a lot less than that actually during the seance. But right now she's wearing what looks to be like a pair of black denim pants and a hoodie.
Veronica, hello. Comment ça va ce soir? How are you doing?
How are you doing?
Well, I'm okay. But you don't look quite like yourself tonight.
Well, I thought I'd
Are you okay?
dress down a little bit. She looks noticeably uncomfortable.
You probably should have lost the big card then to be more subtle.
It's the only car I have.
Okay. How can I help you tonight?
Well,
I'm
hoping
you look like you came here for a purpose.
I'm hoping I can help you. You and your friends rushed out after the seance, so and I hope you got all. I didn't mean to throw up on you.
Oh, trust me, I've not been the only one throwing up around here lately. It is okay.
It's a lot of blood.
Yeah. Yeah, no, some weird shit went down. I don't know quite what happened there last night. It was pretty weird. Thank you for doing that for us, though. We appreciated it.
Are you going to go after your mom?
Yep, someday. Tonight I have another appointment, though. But yeah, I have to figure out what the fuck went on there. Some weird shit went down with my parents.
that thing that got inside me.
Yeah, we didn't see that coming. Let me
No,
tell
we
you.
did
I am
not.
sorry. No.
You don't have to apologize to me, but
Yeah.
I've never felt anything like that before. And if you're going after your mom,
Mm-hmm.
I want to help.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. It's, yeah, we got a lot on our plates right now, so the more help, the better.
That's sort of a thing. You shouldn't take that lightly.
Oh, no, trust me, we did not take anything that happened last night very lightly.
Okay.
Yep.
And you're okay.
I'm okay. I don't know about my dad. He doesn't seem to be here anymore, as far as I can tell. But I'm not, as you know, I'm not the most sensitive guy when it comes to that kind of stuff.
She reaches out and puts her hands on your shoulders. She's like, I'll come in and look around for you. Maybe I can see him.
You know what? Okay. You come in and you have a look, because I tried to contact him, but I don't have the same gifts as you and Tony. So I'm not so good at this, and I don't pick up on the things so quick.
That's okay. So she comes in. Do you leave the door open?
I probably close it behind her.
Okay. As you do, you hear the car turn off, like the engine stops running.
Okay.
So she looks around the house. Your father had very nice taste.
Yeah, he did. I haven't changed a thing. I haven't had time.
She moves from room to room. I don't think your dad's been here alone.
What do you mean?
I think that thing's been here.
You mean since last night, or like generally that my dad and that thing were both in this house?
No, it's been here enough that it's left sort of... It's hard to explain. It's left kind of stains.
Like a
stains
greasy residue. Yeah. I can see how it would. It was pretty fucking weird.
How did you say your dad died again?
You know what? I don't know that I know this. Like
the autopsy.
I thought he knew, but
the medical paperwork that we got at the funeral home said that it was natural causes.
Yeah, it seemed
heart
like
failure.
It, but you know what? The weirder this shit gets, the less I'm sure that anything that's on any of those papers has anything to do with the reality in any way.
She's like, "Can I go upstairs?"
Yep. Help yourself.
So
go have a look.
She makes her way upstairs.
I follow behind her.
Okay.
Are you getting anything up here?
Did he die here in the house? Up to you?
Yeah, I think that he died in his bed theoretically, like at night, asleep while he was sleeping, I think. But one of the neighbors noticed that he hadn't been out in a couple of days and checked on him. Yeah, but I mean, like,
she points into
is
the
it really
bedroom?
natural?
She's like, this room?
Yeah, that room there.
Okay.
Yeah.
She goes in.
I stand at the doorway.
But have you been sleeping in this room? Well,
no, I have not been in this room. It would just be too painful, even in the state I am in now, having been turned. I cannot.
Okay. She takes another walk around. She's looking and really focusing on things, and then she says, "No, I don't know. In the end, I mean, if you're going to pursue this thing, I think you'll need my help."
Yeah. I think we need all the help we can get with that, because that thing was pretty fucking weird and very strong, I think. Shit got weird after it showed up.
Well, Okay. And she makes her way back downstairs.
Yeah, I follow her.
When she gets down to the bottom of the stairs, she sort of makes her way over to the door like she's leaving. It looks like she's about to say something, and then she's like, "You have an appointment to get to."
You should probably tell me what you got to say now, because the way things have been going lately, I don't know when shit's gonna get crazy again. So, like, I want to make sure I hear what I need to hear now. So please do tell me if you feel comfortable.
Give me a what shall we ask for from Jacques here? Why doesn't
Something with intelligence? Because I'm rocking those rolls, let me tell you.
Let's have Jacques make a persuasion charisma check.
Oh, it's a great
Yeah, it's not a Jacques roll.
Oh, and Artemis has even decreased the next difficulty of Jacques' roll. So we're going to decrease
Thanks,
this.
Artemis. Okay, so charisma. My charisma's actually not so bad. Pool size modifier 0. And then difficulty, what?
1.
1. Okay. Great.
Hey, remember when they used to always make it harder for you?
Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, do you remember that?
She's just like, well,
Maybe Jacques needs help.
I feel a sort of a pull towards you, and I was just wondering if you're feeling that too.
I am so flattered, Veronica, but I'm just getting over my dad right now. I really think I'm not in the right space for that. But thank you. You're fabulous. We really appreciated what you did for all of us last night.
She's like, yeah, I should not have asked. Okay, goodbye. And she she walks out really awkwardly and quickly.
Thank you again.
That she does not look back. She just goes straight to the car, gets in the back seat, car starts up, and drives away.
I guess it's too late for me
You
to ask
wouldn't
for a
think
lift.
that somebody that stripped down before a seance would have uncomfortable feelings about asking that.
Gosh.
I'll get naked for you, but I have a really hard time asking if you like me. 2023.
She's a complex person. She's a complex person.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Listen, you all gather and make your way to Peaches out by the airport. It's neon peach glowing in the night air. It's a little foggy tonight. The warm days are mixing with the cooler nights, and there's a fog in the air, and you pull in Tony's unpainted
Not mine. It's not mine.
jalopy of a car with bullet holes in the front windshield.
Whoever it used to belong
I'm
to
still
just
wounded
assumed it
too,
was
by the
lost in
way.
the fire.
They were happy about it.
Yeah.
There's a
They're
horrible
like, oh, I got the insurance.
there's a belt that makes a horrible squealing sound as you sort of bring it to the end of its drive and turn the keys off. Everyone's sort of looking in your way as you step out of this fine automobile. Those waiting in line to get into Peaches, it's a busy night.
Just hiding my head in shame.
I get out and I'm like, man,
Hiding in Jacques' flannel.
gotta find a new bike.
I think Gray is doing everything she can to look like she belongs here.
How is she doing that?
Here.
How is she doing that?
She steps out of this janky squirrel burner, as
Did
my
you
family
borrow a
would call
gray
it.
leather
A
jacket?
squirrel burner?
A squirrel burner.
Okay.
But her hair's like slicked back this time, and she's got like dark lipstick on. Her nails are like
she's gone
red.
like full Jamie Lee Curtis from True Lies. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I like that look on you, Gray. I'm just saying.
And she's just like immaculate. I mean, her
The
clothes are still
buffalo.
gray, but they're like
They're
that,
still
like,
gray.
cool kind of asymmetrical suiting thing
Asymmetrical.
that happens
Oh,
with like
wow.
Very
modern
structured.
fashion.
Is this something Gray would wear on a regular basis, or is everyone like...
Yeah,
this is
because
a-
it still needs to look vaguely clerical, right?
Okay.
Like
Clicky
she
heels.
still wants to look
Yes.
like I'm a priest, but I'm cool. You know, like that kind of
I'm
a
a
thing.
priest,
I'm a
but
cool
I'm
priest.
cool at the
Sunglasses
strip
on.
club.
I'm a priest, but
Yeah.
I'm a cool priest.
Okay. Okay. How about...
And I would say usually she doesn't wear like fancy shoes, but she's wearing something shiny. I don't
All
know,
right.
like
All
patent
right.
leather.
Leather gray shoes.
Patent leather.
Wow. Jacques, are we wearing
Crappy.
traditional flannel?
Dark gray.
I might just be in a t-shirt and jeans tonight.
Okay. Okay. T-shirt and jeans. Very cool. Very cool. Thanks for the follow, Lanzo. And how about Tony? Hungry Tony.
You're looking at her.
Okay. You like would have you the one time that Louis doesn't have anything edible at his house, like your gut is gnawing at you. So
You okay, Tony?
Sure.
I think we better go get those groceries quick.
So you guys arrive at the front door. The bouncers this time recognize you. And they don't,
Thank God.
you know, they don't hold you up at the door. They let you guys go in.
Evening, guys.
They
I
just
don't even talk to them.
they just nod to you, Jacques.
I give him a sniff on the way by.
Oh, okay. Okay. They smell good. They smell good.
I just raise an eyebrow and keep walking.
Someone in line like makes some kind of mention, like is it alternative night here at Peaches as they see Gray walk by?
I think she shoots them a look like one of those really condescending,
Of course.
like she's not Karen anymore. She's like Katerina.
Okay.
You know, like
Yeah.
I'm a Russian like dominatrix and I will actually rip your throat out.
Okay.
Get on the floor, you swine.
Yeah.
Once inside, Angel is just inside the door, almost like she's waiting for you.
Here.
I'm glad you could make it.
Bonsoir, Angel.
The Baroness will be very happy. Come with me. And she walks through the club with purpose. There is a very full house here tonight at Peaches. All stages are in use, and there are row upon row of men and university students, and probably some women too that are here for the show. You're taken into the back, though, away from all this sort of flashy lights and partying, and you come into the back, and again, it's the room with the pool table. There's a few couches and a bar. The TV is there. It's on. Maybe that TV never turns off, you wonder, as you come in. It's running the same 24-hour news channel, and they are covering what they believe is a string of arsonist attacks across the city of Toronto. So once in there, Angel sits down on one of the couches. She has a clipboard, one of those ones that like sort of have you've maybe seen contractors use them. They open up and they have sort of an area to put all your paperwork and that inside. She pulls out some papers and then brings it out, closes it up again, and sticks them under as if she's about to take some notes. So what have we learned about Delilah and her masquerade breaks? I believe your friend Kieran had opened up the hard drive the last time we spoke, and that you had taken a fair amount of information off of it.
Yeah, that is true. We
Yes.
did do that. Yep.
I mean, there's, like, try to explain as much as I remember about what.
We were under the impression that she was looking into another woman named Serena, based on the information we found on the hard drive, and that she thought Serena suffered from a split personality disorder. And we found multiple different contacts in her information and followed those leads.
So
And it brought us to
Angel is
Caramilla
like
territory.
right on top of that and looks at Tony and she's like, "Was she one of yours?"
Who, Delilah
Yes.
or Serena?
Well,
Based on the
as
information
you sort of
we
lay out
found,
that you found it was the same person, she then immediately jumps on that and she's like, "So was she Malkavian?"
we are still unsure. But most likely based on her personality traits. I'm still unsure who her sire is, but I have a sneaking suspicion.
Care to say who that suspicion is?
I can't.
She smiles at you. She goes, "But I think you have." And she quickly makes a note. So, did she have information of other kindred, other anarchs?
Yeah.
And have we checked those out?
Well, the one seemed fine. Safe, although we did provide a warning. Oh.
And who would that be?
Kitten or something.
Kitten?
Yeah. A
Haven't
little bit
seen her
obnoxious,
in
but
quite
talented.
Some time. All right. So they have her name. Is there reason to believe that she's a target?
Possibly,
We're not
but
sure, but
we don't know.
she does keep very under the radar.
Yes. Her kind does that well.
I think she'd be hard to find if she didn't want to be found from what the ladies
She
have
was
said.
difficult to find for even
Yep.
us.
Yes. The other in the process of doing a welfare check was ended. You know
Yes,
that fire?
The most recent fire was broke out while we were checking in on the OG garage.
Gavin.
I have a terrible video, but
Yes.
you can take a look.
Well, we sent you the terrible
Oh yeah, I
video.
think we sent it, right?
We did check in with them really quick.
Yeah, she has some
Last
notes.
episode.
She has
Yeah.
some idea of what's going on already. But you haven't had a face-to-face meeting where you've been able to actually talk facts with her.
Right.
So do you go through, just to save a little bit of time, do you go through everything that you've...
I think everything in regards to this, certainly.
Yes. Specifically the Inquisition and their involvement. That maybe
I
they
think-
didn't appear to be there for us. They were there for Gavin.
Are we going to give her the information that we got from the police about the Inquisition being involved in the government?
Yes. Yeah, I will let them know that as well.
That's troubling.
Yeah. The police officer's partner didn't necessarily seem to trust me either. I've sort of put a band-aid on that. But perhaps might need to get more
So
active on looking him up, see if he's connected to them somehow.
So as you sort of go through everything, she's like, so to be clear, we have Kitten at the women's shelter, but we've contacted her, and she's aware that she could be a target.
We tried to make her
Aware.
to be more cautious, but she seems more convinced that she's...
And you reached out to
Invincible.
Jake at the Cave nightclub?
Oh yes, we did. Kieran and I went just before. That was one of Kieran's last big moments.
Technically, the cave does not fall under Baroness Justine's domain. That side of the city belongs to Baron Vanderveen, but yes.
Have you guys gotten anywhere on figuring out who took out Kieran? Or do you care?
I know that we leaned on a number of our contacts and resources within the city's first responders to see what could be discovered. It appears that there was some sort of explosive device in the apartment. There was a body of a woman found within the apartment. It would seem that Kieran's remains were not found, but it is entirely possible that he was turned to ash in the explosion, as your kind do.
I mean, you're not telling me anything that I wouldn't, excuse my language, say no shit Sherlock to. Have you put any effort into figuring out why or how? Why was he taken out?
Well, if my information serves me correct, you did, that information was on Delilah's hard drive.
Yes, but the last time we were here, you guys weren't so keen on him either, so you'll have to excuse me if I'm...
There was some suspicion that Kieran had...
Something to do with his sire's death, I know. That's what I'm referring to.
You don't believe that, though?
With the things that we've seen and the way that we watched Gavin be executed, not so sure.
Yeah. I'm starting to think all of these fires are the way they're covering up. Because here's the thing, and this is something that I kind of picked up from talking to the police officer as well. They never mentioned anything about people shooting or anything like that. It was only mentioned as a fire. But there were
Gavin was
guns
very specifically and strategically
everywhere.
staked and burned.
Yep.
Exactly the way you described.
And his human father was shot directly in the face.
Executed in front of our eyes. Say nothing about the car!
And they burned the camera. No.
Not the Camry.
Oh my god. We all cracked up as soon as we mentioned it.
The only thing that could take out
We're
such
going
a
to hell.
reliable vehicle.
We should be sponsored by
Inquisition.
Toyota.
Come on, Toyota.
So there
Bring
have
us the big money.
been a number of fires around the city. She pulls another file out from her sort of clipboard and moves over and puts some paperwork down on the pool table. It looks like a fire, sort of like a fire marshal's report. So this report comes from the first fire that we're aware of, which occurred in downtown Toronto in an apartment complex. You can see that the fire marshal reports that an explosive device was likely used, and some notes over the explosive device.
Curious.
And then there's also a report of a fire at a motel with another explosive device being used. We believe this was the device that covered up the death of Cisco, the one that breached the Masquerade.
Oh,
Again, some notation on the device here that was used. And it matches the apartment.
interesting.
And then, of course, we have the fire at OG Automotive. No explosive device used. Accelerants from the garage were used, according to the fire marshal's report.
Well, accelerants from the flamethrower were used.
Yes, there's no mention of a flamethrower here, but
Of course not.
I can assure you there was a
There was
flamethrower.
flamethrower.
but we would expect
It was terrifying.
we would expect a fair amount of accelerants and things like that to be used at.
That's true.
I mean,
it's a
used
garage,
or
used
just-
oil.
They had stuff
exactly.
around. It would
Fuel-
make sense.
Fuel, things like that.
Mhm.
Used or just,
Mhm.
collateral.
And then here are the
There.
two reports from the Hard Swallow and from your friend Kieran's apartment. There was no
Okay.
explosive used in the Hard Swallow's burning. Accelerant looks like kerosene was found.
Interesting.
Mhm.
You did say he was staked also.
We have a ghoul that saw him staked as they were fleeing the fire there at the Hard Swallow.
All right.
So someone knew what Skinny was before setting fire to the building.
Hmm.
Here's your friend Kieran's apartment. An explosive was used. No similarity in this explosive to the other
Really.
to the other two. The Baroness believes that Skinny and Kieran were targeted by someone else. We're not sure that this is the Inquisition, or perhaps there are two fire teams of Inquisition soldiers within the city of Toronto.
Was there an identification on the woman that was found in Kieran's apartment?
She's like, I think so, and she goes back into her paperwork. A Rory McAllister. As best as
Okay.
we can tell, Rory is some sort of human relation to...
Sweet and sour chicken.
Sweet and sour chicken, right.
Whatever the case is, we think that there's some... there are different circumstances for the deaths of Skinny and Kieran.
Interesting.
But we have no way of knowing how many teams of Inquisition are currently working within the city of Toronto.
Yeah. Ugh.
You have to excuse my emotional nature. I'm a little hangry.
Would you like me to get someone for you?
When we're done with our meeting,
Okay. Certainly. We'll look into this information you've given us about the team that attacked you at Gavin's. But
I will give that name I found too that I can't find the paper I
Horatio?
wrote it down. Yeah.
She's like, all right.
Horatio Crane, right?
Horatio. Let me see if I gave
Crane?
Let me see if I gave Horatio a last
I
name.
haven't watched in a long
No,
time.
Horatio Legault.
Pain.
Horatio Legault. This is Canada. So, she says, "Oh, and did you have something for me?" And she looks at Tony. The envelope that
Didn't he say that he wanted me to be discreet about it?
yeah. But she's not being discreet about it.
But he specifically told me to be discreet
Yeah.
about
so
it.
you play it any way you'd like.
I'm moosing. Are you okay?
You can play it any way you like.
Possibly. If you'd like to show me to a place where we could discuss my breakfast, that would be something we can
course.
discuss in private.
Of course.
Mm.
I will let the Baroness know that you've completed the terms of her contract with you and that things have been appropriately looked into and taken care of. I'll certainly pass on the information that you've given us, Gray, and company.
Yep.
Feel free to
Pleasure doing business with you guys.
Feel free to enjoy the club tonight. Tony, right this way.
May I request the girl Kieran last fed on?
Yep, we can make sure that's... And she takes you through the door that you have not been through before, sort of into some private back rooms where less adult... Well, it still might be adult entertainment, but it may not be legal adult entertainment. As you move through, and she brings you to a comfortable room with a very large couch, and she says... and she goes on to like a little walkie-talkie system and asks for someone to bring your previous friend in. And then she looks at you like she's expecting something.
Oh, right. I pull out the envelope and look at her curiously.
She takes it from
you.
you.
Made this sound very hush-hush.
Oh.
You were very serious about it. And upfront. Very surprised. Do you mind cueing me in?
Not to worry. And she opens the envelope in front of you, and you get a brief glimpse. Actually, why don't you give me a awareness wits roll to see if you catch eye of what's inside.
Sure.
Sure.
We'll see if my dice like me tonight.
Absolutely. Ooh, almost not, but yeah, they do. There is a fairly large wad of money inside.
Oh, shoot.
And not small bills either, like $100 bills.
Why didn't you tell me Louis was stacked?
Of course he's stacked. He's like 18 billion years old.
Why isn't he part of my church? Obviously.
So
you really want that monster for your church?
No.
So she opens that and looks inside, notices you've kind of like looked her way, closes it up quickly. Extend my best to your sire.
Looks like he's already extending his best to you.
Oh, he has better. And she tucks that into her blouse, at which point your meal arrives and looks very happy to see you again. Angela will close the door.
Thanks.
Unless you say anything else to her.
I say my thank yous.
Okay.
With a very sus look on my face.
All right. As you begin to slake your thirst, could you give me a frenzy check? Because you are very hungry and this could get out of hand very quickly. How
Question
much
for
are you
you.
looking to drain?
Only 2, because I
Okay.
I never want to hurt them.
All right.
But question for you.
Yes.
Is there any way to like gain any kind of like advantage on rolls or anything in this game? We've never like asked that.
To resist frenzy, not so much.
Okay.
As it's a willpower oriented thing. Other way, if you rolled other things, you could call in the blood for more dice to your pool, or you could use your willpower to re-roll things. But frenzy is sort of a special check that we don't get to have many modifiers on. However, I will tell you that chat has decreased the difficulty on this by 1 for you.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yay! Okay, so
Rocking it,
resist.
chat.
Thank you,
So
chat.
your plan is to take
Merci.
your plan is to take 2 points of hunger away, correct?
Yes.
All right, so let's make the resist frenzy as you bite into her and get a taste of blood at this hunger level.
Okay, and so it's difficulty 1?
Yes. Thanks to chat.
Thank you, chat.
All right. After 2, you manage to pull away. She lets out a long sigh as you finish feeding, but this will take the remainder of the evening to do it safely and not go overboard. What do Jacques and Gray do after Tony leaves the room? And Angel says you're welcome to have use of the club if you so choose.
Is the Baroness still there? No.
The Baroness is not here, or at least you don't think
Oh.
she's here. You only met with Angel. You don't see Ty.
Oh, okay.
You don't see Ty, which is sort of the big burly kindred with the head tattoos and all that was with the Baroness before. So you don't see him, nor have you seen her at all. Doesn't mean they're not here.
Yeah. But Angel seems pretty smart.
To the
right?
best of your knowledge, Angel is the Baroness's ghoul.
Oh, okay.
Like she's not a kindred like the rest of you.
I might try to talk to her about coming up with a plan to track down these people and see what she thinks about running the idea of sharing things that we found with other groups of vampires in the city in order to preserve us as a whole, preserve our situation as a whole.
We'll say you're doing this back in the room. Like she comes back after Tony does not come back. She's like, what sort of thing are you? Let's first of all, so if we can locate this group from the Inquisition, you would like to be a part of a team that takes care of them?
Sure. They put me on my toes in a situation where I would have rather not have been.
So you're looking for some revenge?
A little bit.
All right. I can certainly make Justine aware of that. And as for the other, are you implying that we talk to those within the Ivory Tower, which out of character is another name for the Camarilla? Are you saying that we speak to the Ivory Tower? Strike some sort of...
Well, at least the other Anarchs first. Although I guess we've kind of talked to them a bit already, but we have to. I really hate the thought. Perhaps we should just let them burn and take advantage. I don't know.
You may not be the only person that thinks that way, Gray.
What? The first thing or the second thing?
The
Right,
second.
taking advantage. Moving on up.
The take advantage thing?
Oh no, the of perhaps reaching out to other kindred to deal with a common threat. I'll see what I can find out for you.
Okay. Well, figured I'd throw it out there. I don't have the best history with them. But, I don't know. If we get in a bad enough spot, maybe it'd be worth it.
As someone in the Ventru clan, I'm sure they would be open to discussions with you.
Well, not so much.
Very well. So she then takes her leave of you. Are the two of you going to do anything else here tonight, or do you just go job well done and head for home?
Angel's still around in the room.
Angel
with
hasn't left
us.
yet. If you have something
Okay, yeah.
to discuss with her.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna see. So Angel, we had a super weird experience last night. Not part of our normal stuff we do. But again, we're just all new friends here, so we ended up in a seance.
She immediately sort of
weird shit happened.
Eyes wide open at that. A seance?
Yep. A seance, yeah.
Like a real seance, or are we talking a Ouija board?
No, we are talking a real seance. And some weird fucking shit went down.
She looks at Gray and then looks back. Who conducted
Oh, it was not Gray. That's not Gray's.
It was
that's not Gray's bag.
unpleasant, and that's why I didn't mention it.
It's Veronica. You know her. I know you know her because she sent me here the first time. Yeah. So
I'm sorry. Veronica conducted a seance.
Yeah, for us, and some weird fucking thing came through during the seance. You guys should probably be aware of this because I don't know how it's going to affect your city, but I think it's feeding here, whatever it is. Just wanted to give you the heads up because
I will pass that along. You notice a very change in her comfort level.
Would we have known that it was what kind of creature it was? Was that something we figured out?
Veronica had said that it was a diabolist, which is basically a demon sorcerer of some type, someone who can commune and ally themselves, probably a mortal.
Okay,
a mortal sorcerer, a mortal
whatever came through there was something else
or something. But what it would seem that Veronica channeled when she was channeling that seance, that the demon itself visited, or a demon visited.
Okay, so I'll share that part of the information that we got too, I guess.
Okay.
Just so they have as much.
Angel looks very uncomfortable at the whole conversation about that.
I see you look pretty uncomfortable right now, Angel. So sorry to have put this on your plate.
She says,
are you uncomfortable about the seance, or are you uncomfortable about the idea of the demon being here? Because both of these things
Veronica belongs to a clan that the Baroness and those of us here in the Anarchs are not comfortable dealing with. You all seem to have a particular level of comfort with her.
No,
I don't think we'd call it comfort, but we know her. My dad just died. She runs the funeral home.
Yes.
Weird shit went down.
I would recommend using a different funeral home next time.
Oh, yes. No, I have come to this conclusion as well, but it was what it was. The arrangements were already made when I got there.
The Baroness and Veronica had there's history there.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Not good history.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Nonetheless, like, if there's a demon feeding in your town, I just thought you should probably know. We were pretty shocked. Shit got weird.
She takes another note. And then she's like, all right then. Anything else?
Yep.
You and your
I
group
think that
are
was it.
quite busy.
Yeah.
Not on purpose.
So,
ETW, Tony's losing her mind.
we're going to move to another night. We're going to wrap there at Peaches and move on to another evening. However, let's take a break right now. We'll use the washroom, get a drink, things like that. And when we come back, we will deal with sort of the conclusion of our story here in Toronto. Sound good?
Yep.
Let's do that. We'll be right back, everybody. We're down a Jacques. But that's okay. We're going to continue. We're going to wrap this up tonight. It ends tonight. So, listen. Tony can remove 2 hunger from her hunger track.
Nice.
You all go back to your havens and a few nights pass. And sort of you get back into your regular thing. Tony's put off some appointments with clients and things like that, so Tony's catching up with those. Gray also has put off some things that maybe around the Church of Means she's had to while she's been so busy with this Anarch business.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you get a summons, essentially, to come back to Peaches. That Angel has some more information in regards to what her and Gray spoke about. When you reach out to your dear friend Jacques, no answers come. You go by Jacques' father's house, maybe even. You do a drive-by to see if he's there. There's no sign of him there.
This is not normal.
No, this certainly causes some concern.
Why would he not be at home?
There's no sign of, like, forced entry on the house or anything?
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that either. It's, we'll say the 2 of you have stopped there on your way to meet with Angel again. There's no sign of forced entry like that. There's no sign of the house being in any sort of disarray, like if you look in through windows and stuff like that. Everything looks as it should be. He's just not there.
He didn't respond to you?
No. Not answering any of my texts.
I mean, I know he doesn't like me as much as you, but still. Normally, he at least says hello.
He usually at least sends me a thumbs up emoji.
Right. Is there any,
Doesn't
like...
look like anybody broke in. The house is certainly not exploded. At least there's
Mhm.
that.
Are there any, like, fresh car tracks or...
No, nothing obvious.
No.
Like the road is well traveled.
Yeah.
Yeah. It backs
Hmm.
onto the ravine. You know, there's no signs of any foul play around the back of the house or anything.
Maybe we could check back in. Maybe he's just not free tonight.
I don't
know
wanna
what else
make
he's up to.
Angel wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's a little scary.
Well,
Maybe he left without us to go there. Maybe he
right.
needed a run. Let's go.
Okay. So
Maybe
you
they'll know where he is. If not,
Maybe.
you arrive at Peaches and go through the regular, you know, through the front door, past the bouncers, and into that common back lounge where the pool table and everything is. You sit down, and it's not long before Angel and the Baroness and
Ooh.
Ty, her sort of right hand
the
man,
big boy.
joins you. The three of them. She smiles at all of you. She has a great amount of presence as she walks into the room. She looks like some sort of biker chick, like right off the back of a Harley. But like when she really commands a room when she comes into it. Her, you have no doubt she's putting on a little bit of this through her power of presence, most likely. But there's, you know, she commands our room's attention. Justine comes in and says, Angel made it known to me that you wanted in on some sort of payback if we had any information, Gray.
I mean, that would be nice. They caught me off guard. I don't really appreciate that.
So we did some digging through our contacts and allies. Sure enough, this Horatio that you had footage of is a former police officer.
Hmm.
I don't need to tell you what kind of heat that can bring down on us if we kill a cop.
Sure. I get that. What if...
My understanding is that his team is pretty well trained.
Would it be possible to get him alone and make him his own worst enemy? No?
Tony just looks at you with like,
Ugh.
did you really just say that?
Are you saying you like embrace him?
An interesting idea. Just throwing it out there.
I'm not sure that he would turn sides, and letting him into our world would only give him more information to possibly give back to his allies.
That's true.
That being said, we have a possible lead.
Okay.
There is a townhouse complex down on the lakeshore. It's set to be turned into geared income housing. There's a government link here.
Mm-hmm.
And we think their team may be using this row of townhouses that is under renovation, they may be using this as their base of operations.
Interesting.
Are you sure you're up to some sort of head-on collision with them?
Maybe not
I'm just looking
that.
around really uncomfortably because I clearly don't. I
You're
fight
like,
with
"I'm not in
words.
this."
I fight with words.
Is there a more clever way to go about this? Like, there's been a rash of arsons.
Mm-hmm.
What if the townhouses were part of that?
Or what if we pin them on him? Evidence could be found.
Well, we
Police
can't.
officer, would he?
We can't be sure that they're there. This is just going off of a lead that we have in the police department. The two of you are certainly not combatants. Where's Jacques?
You're
You don't
hoping
know?
you might know.
Thought maybe you gave him a job.
No. No.
Well, not that he was much help last time
Seriously
either,
not.
but come on.
Well, no, you can't fault him for being afraid of a flamethrower.
Certainly not.
No. None of us can.
You weren't
None of us
exactly
can.
helped with your camera skills. Nor was I helped with my
There was a lot
skills in
going on.
driving. It was kind of freaky.
It was a bad situation all
It was a
around.
bad situation.
Like I said, they caught us
Very
Flat-footed?
off guard.
I'm very
Yeah.
happy with the work that you did, by the way. If Angel didn't express that, you've managed to stay relatively under the radar and check in on all the possible leaks that they had access to. Unfortunately, we couldn't save Gavin by the looks of it, or Kieran.
Mm.
Although I'm a little suspicious of Kieran's death.
What? Why?
Are you?
Well,
I mean, aside from the stuff that we know already.
yeah, Angel showed you the fire chief's report. It comes off on the outside as the same sort of an attack, but not when we'll learn about...
The bomb.
If the Inquisition is having someone build their bombs for them, they would probably be all built the same. I don't think that they would be built differently.
Mm.
Do you have your own theories? I'm still quite concerned and under distress about Kieran. I embarrassingly enough was quite
I was hard on...
affected.
I was hard on Kieran because Skinny was a close friend. The ghoul that reported back that Skinny had been staked is not someone who makes things up.
Of course.
Kieran had easy access to do what was done, but...
And everyone knows just meeting him that he didn't have a great attitude.
Well,
But I don't think he had any motivation in the long run.
I mean, how much do you know about Kieran? Like, did he have a lot of enemies?
I think Kieran was a victim of circumstance.
But whose circumstance? I mean, he
Skinny
got blown up.
Skinny was a clanmate of mine, a close supporter. The club was used as a meeting place for the barony.
Really?
I think this was maybe a play on power against me, but I don't know
Who would do that?
Let's face it, there's lots of people that want my seat.
I mean,
Toronto's in a state of influx. There's lots of opportunity here.
Sure, but you're also very well protected.
I mean,
You
hands
kind of
are
look
one
around
and
at the room
beautiful
like,
too.
She says, she smiles at the two of you with all that. Either way, anyway, I think I have an enemy.
Really?
I just don't know who they are yet.
I look at Angel and cock an eyebrow.
I want to roll there. let's see.
I mean,
how would you be
my sire, who clearly has beef with her, just paid off her business lady, like,
okay,
her business manager over something. I'm feeling sus.
Why don't you are you trying to use insight, or are you trying to guilt her, or what is the eyebrow about? Are you just
like, does she have reason to not trust someone around her? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Okay, let's roll insight. And
are her enemies closer than she knows? Like,
okay,
yeah.
let's do insight and composure.
Pool modifier 0.
And I'm gonna roll. Yeah. So listen. Chat has decreased your difficulty by 1. But I was going to set this at 3 anyways, so it's going to come down to 2.
Okay.
Because Angel is good in situations like this. She's not great, but she's good.
She wouldn't be a good business manager if she wasn't. We'll give her that.
Okay. Let's
But I'm a therapist, god damn it.
Well, look at you. Look at you.
I'm a shrink, god damn it.
So the loser of this contest was going to lose some willpower here. And you have not lost the contest here as you stare down Angel, and the
therapist eyebrow raise.
She is not able to make eye contact.
It's like
with
The Rock.
Like, she avoids eye contact with you. However, you know in your mind, and maybe your soul, if you have one.
I have a soul.
That
you have a soul.
When Louis told you to, like, sort of keep things hush hush, your blood bond is going to make it difficult for you to speak out in any way about this.
I hate you so much.
But the wheels are turning, and your suspicions are maybe confirmed as you see that Angel is unable to maintain any kind of eye contact with you.
Artemis, I can't eat him.
It's not right now.
I can't.
Is any of this
Justine,
inner struggle clockable?
Like, do you notice it going back and forth between the two?
Do I notice weird, significant looks going back and forth between two people, and Tony realizing
and I look at him,
and freaking out?
Me.
Like,
he looks at me.
Okay, I'll give you a chance to notice. I would like you to give me an insight composure check.
Okay.
But Tony is really good at masking herself, and it's only her ability to read people, and you didn't see the money exchange hands, so I'm gonna put this difficulty at 4 for you to get.
Oh,
Oh,
don't think I even
damn
have
it!
enough
Why
dice.
did I do it?
I don't think I can even do it unless I crit.
Well, you can always crit. Let's get a roll, and we'll
Come on.
see where we're at.
No.
Yeah, no.
Not
Gray has
at all.
not caught on yet at this point.
Nope.
Hmm.
Okay.
So Justine says, Justine,
Funny, enemies can be hiding anywhere, you know.
yeah, you can tell that you are just like, it's like a wrench against Angel now.
You just never know.
Justine looks to Gray, and she says, "Why don't you investigate this address and see what you can find out?" You choose. I will, since they got the leg up on you, Gray. I will, of course, afford you the opportunity to deal out the punishment. If you require a certain amount of strength or force, I'm sure Ty and his friends could assist you in that. And
Yeah,
motions
we may need that.
over to Ty, but you handle it any way you'd like.
All right. Well, we should at least see what's there, right?
Ty, if Gray needs your assistance, you have my permission to make all of your assets available to her. And he just nods. He doesn't say anything. You can reach Ty through Angel.
Okay. Anyone busy tonight?
She's like, if you
Wait.
if you need his assistance, you can call on him. But I would really prefer that you check the validity of this.
Oh, yes. There will be much checking ahead of time before anything happens.
All right.
Yeah, she never does anything without checking things first.
Okay. So with that, Justine wishes you well. She also says, I know that there was some problems with the car.
Yes, well, it was at the garage when it met its demise, yes.
Along with
Jacques' bike.
Jacques' bike.
Yes. She reaches behind the bar and gives you a briefcase. She says, I think there'll be sufficient funds in here to replace your vehicle.
You can't be serious.
You've done me a favor. I'm repaying that favor.
Now you gotta go get a Honda Civic.
Just make sure it gets to where it needs to.
I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but you have to understand, you know who my sire is in my life. Favors or
She then
things like this don't come without expectations.
Oh. Your worry is me, not him taking this from you.
No. Yeah, yes. You're correct.
Tony, you've done very well for the barony. You lost your car. I don't mind reimbursing you that. It's I who owe you, not the other way around. This isn't some ancient Camarilla play. You did a job for me, and now I'm paying you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
She smiles. All right then. Let us know, Gray.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Have to talk about something other than groceries now. Jeez.
So you leave Peaches. Are you going to head down to that address now, or what are you gonna do? You do have the old
Well-
beater still.
I'm headed straight to the Toyota dealership.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I mean, fair.
You're trading in your old bullet-holed jalopy? Okay. I'm gonna say
Nope,
like.
I'm leaving that on the side of. I'm gonna leave
Oh,
that
you're
on
not
the
trading
side of
that
the
in.
highway.
Okay, fair
Just
And
enough.
we're gonna walk to the Toyota dealership.
All right. You work out a cash
We
deal.
wipe it down. We wipe the car down first.
Oh yes.
No
Okay.
fingerprints.
No fingerprints.
You've watched
Nothing.
CSI. You know how this works. So you wipe it down.
We know how to outsmart her.
Okay. Unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to buy a car and drive it off the lot that night because they would have to register it with the government and things like that.
Oh,
So can we put a hold then? We won't
that's
get
right.
rid of
We're
the
in
car.
Canada.
Yeah, we won't get rid of the car quite yet. We won't get rid of the car quite yet.
Oh right. Well, we
Okay.
don't. Then we leave the car somewhere safe while we go to the dealership. I don't want them to see us pull up in a car with bullet holes in it.
So you've got a purchase and the car should be ready for you in a few days.
Okay.
Okay. So did the
I don't
two?
suppose you want to come with me to just take a look.
Well, I'm not gonna let you go by yourself. Look at you.
Well, exactly. I mean, I'm like a twig.
Well, I don't know if I'd say twig. I'm kidding, girl. You're so skinny.
I'm breakable, is what I'm saying. Jacques was here. Never thought I'd say that. All right, let's go.
Okay.
What neighborhood is that place in?
You will be leaving your regular community and driving south down to the lakeshore.
Are there any significant
There is
crossings?
Not. There is not. Because you're not
Perfect.
going into the city. You're going down to sort of the Etobicoke lakeshore area.
Love it. Love to hear it. No!
Oh no, we lost Tony.
I'm all alone.
You're all alone
No one
now.
here.
Now we work our magic with just one.
I'm
Okay.
taking over Toronto.
Hello.
Hello.
Right, now for my real plan. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
So you make your way down to the address that Justine provided.
Yeah.
And there is
I
a row
crashed it.
there is a row of townhouses. They have lots of fencing around them and they're obviously under construction, but it looks like they're almost complete.
What kind of construction vehicles are there? Lots of pickup trucks?
There are a large number of
I like the way you think.
the pickup trucks. The contractors aren't currently there. There are a couple parked trucks though around.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Familiar trucks?
Do you want
Any with like singed paint jobs?
Why don't you roll me a?
Do any of them have bodies in the back of them?
Give
Right.
me a streetwise.
Oh, great.
A streetwise resolve or an awareness resolve, whatever's higher.
Awareness resolve would be better. So I
Okay,
will do
and
that.
and give yourself a +1 to the dice pool because I will assume that Tony is assisting you as you guys
Oh,
look around for this vehicle.
Yeah, I suppose I'll help.
The two of you
Well, good because I rolled it all.
The two of you locate a black pickup truck that looks awfully familiar. It is parked in the alleyway behind the townhouses.
Interesting.
A little sort of tucked away back there. but you're pretty sure that's the pickup truck.
Is there anywhere near there that we could like hide?
Sure. Like near the pickup truck?
Not even near the pickup truck, but just not in this car that they might recognize. To like, if we could park the car around a corner or something, and
Sure. Are you going to keep an eye on the front door or the back by the truck?
the back by the truck, I think.
So
see who's coming and going.
It is in an alleyway.
Okay.
Means there's probably not a lot of cover.
I would think there's probably a couple dumpsters because of all the work being done on these townhouses. But you know, two women that probably aren't dressed too shabby might stick out standing in an alleyway.
Gray, I have an idea.
What?
How would you feel if we... I hate to involve her, but... called in Kitten. To stake this out. And she has an affinity for
I'm just
being an alley cat, for lack of a better way of saying it.
That's true. I'm just concerned that like she's on their list,
Yeah, me too.
but I don't know how much they know about her. Could potentially. We could at least stay here for a little bit and see, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, see who comes and goes in that time. What do you think?
I just wonder if she might be good for prowling about to keep an eye on.
I also think I'm pretty sure that you have the obfuscate ability as well, do you not, Tony?
I do.
So like if you could find somewhere to stand still, maybe in the shadows of the alleyway somewhere, you could literally turn invisible and disappear.
That's true, and we didn't see anybody within them that seemed to have any kind of actually supernatural powers, just...
Yeah. Are there any dirty blankets in this car?
Sure.
If there are, would you want to touch them?
I mean, no, but what better way to look like a homeless person sleeping in the alley than wrap up in a blanket?
So is Gray going to wrap herself up in a blanket?
Yeah, and I think she'll take off her shiny shoes too.
Okay. So you're going shoeless?
And going shoeless, full like...
You wrapped right up in the blanket, yeah, exactly.
And sitting, leaned up against one of the garbage dumpsters.
Okay, I like that. And is Tony going to use her obfuscate ability?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. All right.
I really hope there's no white cats in this alley.
You're sitting in this alleyway for a little while, and
yes,
a couple things become obvious. There's definitely people in the one townhouse. The lights are kept low, but there is light inside, and occasionally you see like a shadow move across a window. The vehicle, no one comes out to the vehicle in that hour, though.
Okay.
You can see the lighting looks like maybe a television. You know how television lighting sort of illuminates a room?
Flickers. And...
Yeah, like there's maybe some of that coming out through the through a sort of like very makeshift curtains.
Is there anything left in the back of the truck?
Do you want to go right over to the... For now, I have assumed you've not gone right over to the truck. But would you like to take your opportunity here, Gray, and go?
If I can look... I just want to look like I'm
can do it.
around.
Worst case scenario, I can stop moving.
Oh, that's true. Maybe I'll just...
do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna die anyway.
Tony,
I think my sire's gonna kill me.
could-
Oh, let's do it.
Could you roll a stealth
Yeah.
dexterity check as you sneak up on the truck?
I can try.
Okay, I like it. Look at you. So you get over,
Hey.
you don't make a lot of sound in the alleyway. You get over, you check out the truck. There's nothing in the back at this point. You look in through the window of the truck. It's filthy inside. There is fast food bags and cups there's a cup in every cup holder. This has
That looks like my car.
This has sort of like a yeah, fair. This is
Jazzy, my
oh,
car. Yeah.
mine too. Then mine too. So there's sort of it's a crew cab, right? So you can sit two people in the front, and there's a bench seat in the back as well of this pickup truck, and you can tell that maybe people have been almost like living in this truck. There's so much as you look around, and you've just sort of caught in a glimpse. Clearly. Happy Burger is one of their favorite places to visit.
I was just gonna say that.
when another vehicle pulls into the alleyway and starts coming your way.
I am dead in my tracks.
Okay.
Please don't make it literal.
So should we say like it's coming towards the rear of the truck? So you sort of just scoop yourself around the truck and then obfuscate right there in front of the truck. Okay.
Yep.
Gray, you're just down the way a little bit, and a second vehicle, this one a van,
Okay.
black in color again. It looks a little beat up. Pulls up and comes to stop right behind the truck. The front doors open. Two men get out. The sliding door of the van opens, and a woman gets out. And then she slides the door shut, and they close the door. None of these are people that you recognize from the attack at OG Automotive. However, they are dressed similarly in the sort of the black fatigues, and the they have a very soldier-like appearance to them. They're not carrying any obvious weapons. There could be something, a pistol tucked in somewhere. You also notice that the lead one guy that was driving, he has a strange looking cross hanging from his shirt, and he's made sure that it's on the outside. This is not something like tucked away. It's got a little bit of size, and it's on the outside of his shirt.
Okay.
They move in through the back gate and make their way up sort of the back steps onto a little porch that's been built off the back, and they rap on the door. The door opens, and the two of you see Horatio. They seem very happy to see each other. They shake hands, and they invite. Horatio tells them, "Come on inside." You hear him say, and the three newcomers come inside, and now there is a van and a truck parked there.
Did they lock the van?
You would have to go. I mean, you didn't hear like a whoop whoop or anything like that, but it's an old van. You're not sure that it has that. Do you want to go over to it? Does Tony remain still? Now, Tony, they
I'm
didn't come
certainly going to wait like 5 minutes.
They didn't come very close to you, right? They had the full length of the truck between them. They came around like the back of the truck and in the back gate, and you were at the front of the truck obfuscated the whole time.
I'm certainly gonna wait like 5 minutes before I move.
Okay.
Make sure everybody's away from the windows.
All right. You can see more shadows inside. There's more movement, and a brighter light comes on.
Interesting. So it's not like they're hiding necessarily.
I'm gonna come around like the back side of the
Yep.
truck.
So you're between the truck and the van?
Well, so putting the truck between me and where the building is.
Yes, okay, yep.
And then moving, behind the truck over to the van so that I'm hidden by the van.
Yep.
To take a look in the van's windows and kind of see if there's anything I can make out.
So you look into
I'm assuming that there's not any windows on the back of the van?
No, there's not. But you look into the front,
Okay.
and there are cups, and it looks the same as the other one.
Similar. Okay. Can I try the handles?
Yeah. The front or the back?
The front.
Okay. It opens. And you're
coming
immediately
over
met
there.
with the smell of, stale coffee.
Ugh.
You're coming over, Gray?
Yeah, I want to suggest that you get a receipt for Happy Burger. If you can find one. And then I'm gonna walk on down through to the end of the alleyway as if I really am
Just a homeless
just
person.
a homeless person.
Okay.
Just
Roaming along. Okay. I'm gonna shuffle
And then I
around the
say-
garbage.
don't slam the door.
Yeah. So you're looking for a receipt for Happy Burger?
Yeah, to see which one they go to.
I want to fucking see where this is going. So yes, you find one.
Okay. Can you see through to the back of the van from the front?
Yep.
Okay. Is there anything back there?
Something's rolled up back there. There's rolls of something. Not like a body. There's rolls of something. Like there's rolled up something in the back. Hey, Papa Rusty, thanks for the raid. We're just playing some
Hey!
vampire.
Rolled up something. What?
Rolled up something. Oh, I want to look, but I don't want to look. Oh, it's in the something.
It's in the box truck.
What's in the something? Oh, I want to check it out.
So you slide into the back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Freezing.
Yep. You slide into the back of the van.
Yeah.
You think it's canvas? There's about 4 or 5 of them?
Just like rolls of canvas fabric.
You think? Do you want to unroll one of them?
Yes.
Okay. So you
You sure?
you start to unroll one, and there's like maybe paint or something smeared all over it. It's really dark in the back of the van. It's difficult to tell what it is.
I take out my cell phone and turn on my flashlight.
Okay.
No.
I'm in the back of the van where there's no windows.
Can you
I'm
give
like
me
all
can you give me an awareness wits check, Tony?
Yes. Is it blood? Oh God, it's blood, isn't it?
I mean, Gray has no idea what's going on, but I am freaking out.
Gray, you're down at the end of the alley now,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see that Tony has not gotten out of the van yet.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the building and just make sure no one's coming.
So you turn the light on, and it's dried blood all over the canvas. But you can see like handprints. You can see other body parts, like someone naked.
Oh, I think
was
there's
was
there
pressed
was a
into these
vampire that did this. Oh God.
was pressed into these canvases. And because you succeeded your check, You now realize there's someone in the back of the townhouse, and they're headed this way.
I start. I
And
I
at the end of the alleyway, you can see, Gray, you see a group of 3 headed back towards the van. They come out of the gate. What does Tony do?
Is there a back door on the van?
There is.
Oh shit, but they're gonna see me if I go out of it. I'm gonna stay still.
You're gonna stay still?
Yeah?
And you fade away. And just as you do that, the back doors open. And they grab one of the rolled up tarps and open it up. It's 3 guys. 2 guys and
I'm shaking so bad right now.
2 guys and a girl there. And you're within 12 inches of them.
I'm literally
they're
shaking.
that close. If they unroll that canvas the wrong way and it hits your foot, they're gonna see it like obviously not sitting right. But if you move, they'll see you. So they unroll it and they go, "Can you believe this? The bitch was making art out of blood." And someone else is like, where did you find this? And they're like, she had all kinds of these in her studio. So she's one of them. He's like, and the guy's like, definitely one of them.
Oh, Jasmine.
So what are we going to do with these? Well, we're going to send them for further analysis. We want to see, we're not sure if this could be, we don't know if this is human blood or if this is kindred blood. Is this the one, is this the guy, the one that was hanging out with the old man? Is this the one? They're like, that's, yeah, it came from her place. And you still haven't found that old fucker's house? No, we have not found his house yet, but we'll find it. We're close. We think we're very close. You have no idea who they're talking about.
They don't say any names or anything.
No. And they just stand there rolling them out and looking at them. And they're like, it's like they were naked or something. What kind of sick fuck does this kind of art? And at that point, you hear a whistle, and they're like, and you can hear another guy, and he's like, "Come on, what's the holdup? Are you bringing those in or what?" And they're like, "Oh, sorry, boss," and they roll them up and pull them out, and they close the van doors. And you see them move around the side of the van, and at which point you watch yourself as you are forced visible. And the one guy's like, "Boss, your cross, it's glowing. One of those fuckers are here. Horatio, get the guns!"
No. Run.
What are you going to do, Tony? You realize that you can't obfuscate for some reason. That power has been locked out. They can't see you because you're in the van. So what would you like to do, Tony?
This is your fault, Jasmine.
I don't know how I'm supposed to run. I'm in a van. I'm gonna check for keys. please.
Okay. Are you just bolting for the front seat, or do you try to move quietly?
I'm gonna try
to
to
the
move
front seat?
quietly.
Okay, give me a stealth dexterity check. As there is literally just the sheet metal of the van between you and four Inquisition members.
Can I help by like throwing a can somewhere and then running away?
Chat has decreased your difficulty on your stealth check, so go ahead and give me stealth dexterity. Gray, let's jump to you for a moment. You're looking down the alleyway. The van is parked there. There are three men and a woman standing between the fence into the backyard and the van. One of them has something glowing around their neck. And you can hear that they somehow know that Tony's there.
Someone is here.
Mm-hmm. You can see them going for sidearms as well.
Is there a way to like skip a rock back towards them along the hall, like the edge of the alleyway? Or like a can?
Are you just looking to make a distraction?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I want to book it.
Give me a performance.
Okay. Okay.
What should we use here? I'm going to say composure. Performance composure for you to cause a distraction with a tin can. And Tony, did you make your stealth check? Let's do that.
I haven't. What difficulty would you like it to be?
Because they're right beside the van, I really wanted a 4, and but chat has decreased the difficulty, so we're going to say a 3. So as you do that, they're like, "She's in the van!" Oh no! I looked at your wrong roll. They don't say she's in the van. You got 3 successes. You get up to the front.
My camera goes so blurry.
And the keys are there.
Oh my god. Now can I drive this time?
Well, hold on. Performance composure. It was okay. So listen, you throw the can down, they don't notice. They're so focused on the van. They don't even catch that. The keys are there. Are you going to just jump in and drive?
Oh yeah. Oh
okay.
yeah.
So here's what I'd like you to roll. I want you to roll a drive and resolve.
Okay.
Come on.
The difficulty is going to be 4. And and let's see where you're at with that. A bestial failure.
No. Like I can't even pass that.
Oh, wow. Oh wow. Okay, so let's look at that.
Shit. Sorry.
Okie dokie. So okay. So gunfire opens up.
Oh no.
Can end up with another bullet in my head.
You did get 1 success. So let me just make some rules here. Actually, I'm just going to take their half successes here.
Of course they do, Artemis. Of course they do.
So the rounds come in, and the first one is going to do. No, I am gonna roll. Let's do that. So we got to bring up their character sheet here. Dun, 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 dun. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? No. What could go wrong? Everything.
Okay.
Welcome to the Camarilla, Gray.
No, I for reasons I
All of
will
your
explain
friends are dead.
when this session is over, I'll explain to you why that's not going to be a thing.
Okay, now
Unfortunately.
here we go.
Oh my god.
So a spray of bullets enter. For a total of 9 successes. I am going to reduce that by 1 because the van essentially works like 1 point of armor for you. Which means you take 8 damage. It's non-lethal though, because vampires do not suffer lethal damage from bullets. So that halves it to 4. 4 slashes.
Okay.
However, we had a bestial failure in there as well. And one of the options for bestial failure is that you take a point of aggravated damage as well. So how much health does Tony currently have?
I have 5 slashes already.
5 or 4? Because I thought you healed the one.
I healed 1 whole box.
Oh, this could be very bad then. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
So I'm going to jump on your character sheet for a second. Just
We never healed me any further than that.
So you have 6 health, 5. So one of these would turn to a slash.
Yep.
And then we had 3 more. So this will go box, box, box. And then because of the bestial failure, we box another one. But you've all with aggravated. So this is literally where we are, Tony.
I'd be almost dead.
You are 1 point of damage away, any kind of damage, from torpor.
No.
You pull the van out and clip the back of the truck in front of you, and there's a crash, and you blow out the front headlight on the van, and then you peel down the alleyway away from you, Gray. You see her fly towards the other end.
I'm running.
All of the rounds from the pistols open up, and the side of the van is just lit up with sparks as the gunfire riddles it with rounds. Tony drives to the end of the alleyway. You see Horatio come running out of the back of the house with a rifle, not a sidearm, with a rifle. And him and the 4 other people in the alleyway pile into the pickup truck and give chase.
I'm going to get the car, I guess.
So you're running for the car.
And I'm calling.
Can you give me an athletics stamina check to get to the car in time before you will have lost the chase and not know where Tony has gone? I want 2 successes. I'll let you succeed at a cost. You make it to the car in time and follow the chase. But there's still 2 Inquisitors inside the house, and they're going to see you. Or you make it to the car unseen, But Tony's now going to be on her own.
Can I use a willpower reroll?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can just
I
ignore
don't think
me.
I've done that at all.
No, so totally do that. Click the willpower reroll, and when it asks you how many, you can only reroll 2 because there's only 2 that are not
Oh, that are not. Yes.
that are not hunger dice. Mm. But neither of those were successes, so we have a chance here. Look at that! Look. So you make it to the vehicle and you peel out after it, and you can see Tony and this truck in chase. Tony, there is blood everywhere, all over the dashboard. You're driving.
Mm-hmm.
You can try to heal some of this damage, but you do have to make rouse checks to do it.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll be doing that.
Okay, are we healing an aggravated damage or just the slash?
An aggravated if I can.
Yep. So in order to heal aggravated, you need to make 3 consecutive rouse checks. And then we'll see what your hunger's at.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
Well, that was successful. Hunger has increased. That was successful. So we're going to drop one. I'm going to drop one of these off. Okay. So you feel bone knitting skin. A bullet pops out and falls onto the seat, onto the floor of the van. You hear it like ping, 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 ping.
God, I hate this.
And
part.
now I would like you to make a drive wits check. As while you're healing, you look up and you're running a red. You fly into the intersection. Let's see if there's a collision. It's late, so I'm only going to ask for 2 successes.
Okay, so the difficulty's 2.
That's correct. We made successes. We made successes. So you whip through the intersection. The truck follows. I'm going to make a check on their part to see if the truck clears the intersection.
Please get hit. Please get hit. Please get hit.
Come on.
Please get hit.
By
Please
someone
get
other
hit.
than me would be preferable.
Please get hit.
Here we go. So, now this is Horatio driving.
I don't think I've ever hoped that Horatio would get into an accident.
I'm not allowed to help. Oh, good. She increased the difficulty. Artemis increased the difficulty.
Artemis
for bad guys.
So Horatio now needs 3 successes to make it through the intersection. Here we go.
They're probably awesome drivers.
He
too.
made 4 successes and is through the intersection after you still. Great. Are you going to stop at the red light or are you going to run it as well? There's already been some close calls there, honking as cars go by.
I am not good at driving, so I'm going to say no.
Gray's like, I follow the rules here.
Yeah.
So the chase gets a little bit ahead of you, and then you floor it to catch up. All right. So I'm going to give you an option here, Tony. You can take this onto the highway or continue through the streets of Etobicoke at night.
I don't know. I've never had the chase in Etobicoke.
Well, you can keep the chase in cities and running red lights, perhaps, and things like that, or you can take it up onto the highway.
I feel like I'd have better chances of finding somewhere to lose them in the city.
I would agree with you. I would agree with you.
I'm gonna keep it in the city.
Okay. All
Can
right.
I call Tony on speakerphone?
Do you
Don't
want to
call
do that?
Tony. She's trying to drive.
I know, but I need to know where you're going.
Well, you can still see them. You're just further back from the chase.
Yeah,
than
I
you were
know.
before.
I'll wait.
I think it would be
Okay.
better to call all the
wait.
Tony, are you going to continue
The
to try
muscle.
to heal?
yes.
Are you going to heal
Yeah.
the slash or one of the square boxes?
Maybe another slash at this point.
Okay, so just the slash this time. So that's just one check then.
Okay. I'm still shaking.
So go ahead and give us a rouse check.
Oh god. That did not go well.
Well, you got hungrier.
Hmm.
At which point the van is shot at from the vehicle following you. You hear the rounds strike the back door of the van, and one of the back windows shatters. I would like you to make a resist frenzy check at this time.
Sure.
As your hunger has reached 4. You succeed very well, I might add. You don't lose control of yourself. You're still driving. So now give me a drive. Let's do drive composure in an attempt to lose the vehicle behind you, and I will oppose your roll with their roll. So you don't worry about the difficulty. Two successes.
Where's Kieran when I need him?
Right?
That you have not lost the truck as you careen through the streets of Toronto. I'll give you another choice here. Etobicoke's streets are pretty wide, and there's a lot of like strip malls and things like that. If you would like, you can turn into the city of Toronto, into the downtown core, and try to get into a more densely packed building side street alleyway. Or you can stay in the streets of Etobicoke. Which you would be a little more familiar with. But a lot
Toronto.
So you're going to turn in?
I would be more familiar with Toronto because that's where I live.
Well, Etobicoke is the area of Toronto you're in right now. That's where you're more familiar with. But you think you have a better chance of losing them
in downtown.
Yeah.
I'm going to go that route.
All right. So they turn and they're headed into downtown, Gray, when you turn the corner to follow them, and there's the bridge over the Humber River.
Oh, shit. I didn't think of that.
That's why I was.
And you get a gut check as you know that you have a problem with running water.
I'm sorry, my mouth is in the gutter tonight.
If you'd like,
sorry, channel.
No.
You can spend a willpower to ignore your bane of running water and drive into Toronto after her.
What happens if
you can't cross the water unless you use a willpower. You will bring a car to a screeching halt, Gray, at the edge of the Humber River and watch Tony.
Is there like a turn? Is there a turn that I could turn like along the river?
Yes, but the Humber River runs north through Etobicoke, and you would you would be so out of the way to go up and around.
I would like to drive to Peaches.
All right, so you break off Chase with Tony and drive for Peaches. What is the goal when you reach Peaches?
We should just call Peaches.
I mean, I am gonna call them on the way. I'll call them on the way.
Okay.
Sorry, I love you.
And
I want
call them
to be ready to jump in the car.
You call them, and Angel picks up the phone. Hello.
They were there for sure. and now there's a car chase, and I can't get to where they went. So I'm coming to you. Get your dude to take over
What do you
driving.
mean you
I
can't go where they... Never mind. Just, you're coming here?
Yes.
Okay, okay, Tony.
I'm great.
No, I'm going to Tony now.
Oh.
Tony, give me...
They were saying, I thought they didn't know who called.
Give me a drive composure check again as you...
Come on, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Drive composure.
Bananas.
Oh my god. Oh, thank you, Artemis.
Oh, Artemis is decreasing it by 1. It is a difficult... So what you're going to do is you're going to add 1 to your pool when it asks you, because this is an opposed check against them.
Okay. So, drive, composure, submit, dice pool +1.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I only got 1 success.
Also, Jasmine would like you to make a rouse check, Tony.
Oh no.
The rouse check was successful. And now here is the opposed check.
They have to fail really badly. They have a lot of dice. Oh my god, they almost...
All right. It's a close call. It's a close call. They beat you, but I'm gonna let you keep running here. So they actually clip the back of the van with the truck. The van swings out and slams into a parked car before careening up the street again. And they're on you again. One more close call like that, though, and you don't think you're going to be able to keep this van on the road. As you know, in combat, it's 3 and we're out. So this is going to be our last roll here for all the marbles. Can you give me one last drive composure check? We did make the rouse check that I think it was oh, I'm sorry. It appears that now Ryan would also like you to make a rouse check, Tony. So make another rouse check before we go into this. Your hunger increases and you have hit hunger 5. Any further rouse checks that go above hunger 5 that are would take you above, you will immediately frenzy. Give me a drive composure check. Just so everyone knows, on the drive composure check, it was all hunger dice. Tony has rolled a bestial failure on every single dice. Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
The car, the van, goes off the road. You try to make the turn to get into an alleyway, and
Camry.
When you turn onto the road, there's like a road closed construction. You hit the construction signs. I'm going to give you 1 aggravated damage as a shard of wood comes through the windshield and impales you into the seat of the car. It has not hit your heart, but it has struck very close, and it has stuck you into the seat. The truck blocks the alleyway behind you, and you can see them getting out of the car. You have one empty box of health left, just so everybody knows. You have one empty box of health. She managed to heal while she was driving. But you can't move. Would you like to try to get out? Try to unimpale yourself?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Give me a strength athletics check.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty 2. Just 2 to get yourself off the seat. Okay.
You're just thrilled, aren't you?
We have another bestial failure.
You're so happy, aren't you?
So I'm just going to put you into frenzy, and you have two choices here. You can go into a murder raging frenzy, or you can go into a run, like fight or flight. I'm going to let you choose which frenzy.
Tawny herself would probably go fight or flight.
So we go into a terror frenzy. You get out of the car, unimpaling yourself, literally pulling your body. The stake doesn't come out of the piece of wood that came through the windshield does not come out of the seat. You pull yourself off it, and it leaves long, sort of sticky strands of your blood from your back to the end of the stake as you pull yourself out. You get out into the alleyway and start to run. You collide with a garbage dumpster. You stumble forward and collide with another garbage can, knocking it over. You're in a bad way as you make your way, trying to get away from them up the alley. And then you hear gunfire behind you. But nothing hits you. And you run around the corner of the alleyway, and everything sort of goes to a fog as you're completely enveloped by the frenzy. Emily, you and Ty and the bouncers from the club, all wielding weapons, drive into Toronto downtown.
I'm making them drive because I can't get over the bridge.
Yeah. Well, they don't go. They go over the top of the river and down, as opposed to going across the river.
Okay.
You get down into Toronto, and it's not long before you see police lights ahead and ambulance lights ahead. And you can see the black truck stopped at the end of an alleyway. Ty's like, this looks like it.
Mm-hmm. That was the truck.
So he slows down to drive around. You see two bodies with tarps over them.
Do I see any hair sticking out? Anyone look familiar?
Nope, you can't tell who they are or what they are. There's two bodies, though, with tarps. You can see the van wedged into the alleyway. Steam still sort of rising off the front of it from the rad being broken, no doubt. And it looks pretty badly damaged.
See if you can get around. Maybe she got out.
Why don't you give me a streetwise intelligence check as you guide Ty around the streets in the area, looking for Tony.
Gonna be great.
Yeah, you don't find her anywhere.
I don't want to stick around here too long. But if we can loop around to try and see if any of the guys are talking to police.
So use the Find My Friend app.
You drive. You make a second time around to look.
Just kind of come around the
A
backside
number of
this
people
time.
a number of people have started to gather around the scene. And you look, you don't see anyone that looks recognizable of the Inquisition.
Interesting. Okay.
Give me a wits, awareness wits, and I want 4 successes.
Well, I only have 3 dice, so we'll see.
So we need a crit here.
How this goes. 4.
Mm-hmm. Almost a crit. Almost a crit.
Not quite.
I'll let you I'll let you succeed at a cost.
At a cost. Those words.
So you're going to see something that might help you identify what went on here. But the police will have noticed your car making multiple laps around.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Lying on the pavement just beside the tarped bodies is half a wolf mask.
Oh.
It looks broken. And then one of the cops sort of, "Hey you!" and starts coming over.
Drive.
Ty is quick to drive away.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't give chase. But they definitely saw you and Ty inside the vehicle.
I'm gonna tell Ty we're gonna ditch this car and we're gonna ditch it. We're gonna ditch it far away from everything that happened.
Okay.
Can't pick up my new car though. You're not me.
No, I know.
So you drive away from
I got a bus
downtown
pass.
from downtown Toronto back into the Anarch held territory of Etobicoke. Ty drops you off in front of the Church of Means and then drives off for him and his posse to take care of getting rid of the car. The sun is almost up.
I'm going inside and I'm gonna try to call Tony like 5 times right in a row.
Okay. No.
And then I'll
no answer.
try nothing. I'm gonna try to call Jacques like 5 times in a row.
And no answer.
I'm going to throw my phone against the wall.
Yes, it shatters as it does. And Gray slinks down onto whatever she sleeps on in her haven. Kieran's dead. And everyone else seems to have left you. And for the first time in a very long time, Gray feels very alone and vulnerable. And that's where we're going to end tonight. That was chapter 2 of Blood in the Six. We are taking the month of October off as we Some of us are streaming other games over on the Voctair's channel. If you haven't checked the Voctair out, they're doing a bunch of spooky one-shots for the Halloween season. Until next evening.